USC didn't think it'd be stuck in the Rose Bowl when the season began. Illinois, no way had any thoughts it'd be fortunate enough to be in the Rose Bowl yet. Here they are, both set to go for New Year's Day. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz, glad to be with you on CBSSports.com, breaking down the granddaddy of them all. Illinois back to Pasadena for the first time since 1983, coming in at 9-3. USC making its record 32nd appearance in the Rose Bowl and also making a 6th straight showing in the BCS. And in those games, they've been dominant. With the exception of the one game against Vince Young that they lost in the Rose Bowl, they have crushed Michigan twice, Iowa once, and Oklahoma once. 4-1 the last 5 BCS games, beating their opponents by an average score of 38-22. And that includes the loss to Texas, which just shows how much better USC has been than who it's played come New Year's Day and beyond. And for more, we bring in Spencer Tillman from Houston, as we have all season long. And Spence, a lot of people said that if they had a +1 system in place this year, USC would win it all and be this year's national champion. Do you think that they actually played that well down the stretch, and are they that much better than Illinois?
Well, I think if you use the justification of what we started the season with, and that is a West Virginia, USC scenario for the national championship, I wouldn't change my opinion. I think that the last 4 games in particular, with John David Booty back healthy, this USC team, along with Oklahoma and Georgia, playing the best football in America right now. And I tend to believe what Pete Carroll thinks of his team. If we played extra games, they would be the last team standing, in my opinion.
Has that been the biggest difference? John David Booty, I mean, in your opinion, has he been the biggest difference down the stretch with him being healthy?
Yeah, between 7, 8 touchdown passes last 4 games, just 1 interception. He's been putting up tremendous numbers. And again, if you look at this season overall, it's the healthy quarterback that is the difference between a USC being a team that's undefeated and having a couple of losses on their schedule. Dennis Dixon, you've seen what happened with Oregon without him in the mix. So that doesn't apply to just those 2 teams. The quarterback is the key position this year, mainly because of the spread formation. But as it relates to USC, they do so many different things of which the quarterback is responsible for originating, that if he's out of the mix, in this particular case with a broken top of that index finger, or rather the middle finger, there are going to be problems with your offensive scheme. And so the USC is a much better team right now than they were 4 weeks ago.
And they also started to run the ball a lot better, and they ran all over UCLA in that crosstown game to end the season. But you mentioned Dennis Dixon. He was really the only quarterback that tore up this USC defense, and it was that spread attack that we've talked about so much this season. Illinois runs it, but can Juice Williams and Rashard Mendenhall equal Dennis Dixon and Jonathan Stewart?
Well, I think they can. You talked about Mendenhall. He's the conference's player of the year in the Big Ten, and he's an outstanding running back. And with Juice back there, they can spread you out with the formation. And I think that that's really what gives the Illini, who doesn't have a lot of experience playing this bowl game, you got to go back. I guess most of these guys were probably not even born the last time the Illini was in the Rose Bowl, 83-84 season. That would make them about 23 years of age. So I would guarantee you that at least 90% of the players on this squad have not played in the Rose Bowl. So I think that experience really matters a great deal. But I do think the fact that they've got Mendenhall, who's an outstanding player, running back, and then Juice Williams is going to give them a shot to be competitive. In the end, I think it's going to be USC standing, but they're going to have a battle on their hands for sure.
Spence, is it USC's defense, though? I mean, because Illinois does not throw the football very well. They run the football, but they don't throw it very well. Yeah. Doesn't that benefit the fact that USC has one of the best linebacker core in the nation?
Well, it does, but again, what the Illini has in their favor is they can spread you out. And again, it's about talent. Ask Ohio State what it's like to be spread out by a team that has skilled position players. And yes, it does make it difficult if you're one-dimensional, but in this particular case, if you've got equal talent opposite you on the defensive side of the field, you've got a shot still, because this is about winning individual battles in that case. So the Illinois can do that, and I think they're going to give USC some troubles because they can.
One name you're going to hear on the Illini side of the ball defensively in this game that you'll hear all throughout the game, Jay Lehman. He is a fantastic linebacker. Last couple of years, last 3 years for Illinois, he's been very good. You'll hear his name called many times. He'll probably have 35 tackles in the game with the amount of time USC is on the field. All right, I know you said that you like USC to still stand when it's all said and done. Is it a blowout, though?
No, it won't be a blowout. You mentioned Lehman. He surpassed Butkus and a lot of other outstanding linebackers on the defensive side of the ball for the Illini over the years. He's their all-time leading tackler, and he's an outstanding player. And I think because of that defense, this game will be kept close. Most people think that, USC was playing exceptional football, and I'm among that camp. But at the end of the day, I think this is going to be an even matchup, and the score probably somewhere in the 28-21 range with USC winning.
All right, Spence, thank you very much, sir. Well, if that's the case, then this Illinois team did better than Michigan the last couple times they've played them in the Rose Bowl. So
right.
that is also something to watch out for. Spence, thank you very much, sir. It's been a fantastic season, and we'll talk to you real soon.
You bet, Jason. We'll see you.
Folks, since they went to the BCS, the Rose Bowl has had 4 non-Big Ten Pac-10 matchups. It's good to see a little tradition preserved in this one and see if Illinois can pull off the upset. Fighting Illini and Trojans kick it off New Year's Day beginning at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. For more, including who the experts pick, you saw who Spencer picked, but what about the CBSSports.com experts? See that on the website. For Spencer Tillman, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.